again. Welcome to another episode of the Armor Bear Podcast. Let me start off with saying everybody introduce themselves. My name is Sel. To the left.
What's good, boy? It's your boy Adam.
Yo, it's Joey.
What's up, y'all? It's D.
What's up, y'all? It's Josh. Same sweatpants. yeah.
New week, same thing.
Yes, sir.
That's the nigga's nickname. This is Len.
Yeah. So, on this one, I wanted to be more, not serious, but, have some more, in-depth conversation with everybody. So, the first question that I have for everybody is that, what do you think about allies, as like different races in the black plight to get into our goals? Do you don't need them, or you think that's something that we are needed for?
I think they're needed.
Okay.
Sometimes they get annoying.
Okay.
But they're definitely needed.
Yeah.
I feel like they help push forward, the cause, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we're talking about having other races, their support in relation to the black agenda, social justice and injustice and racism and all that. Their importance in our goals and trying to reach where we need to go.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm kind of for it. I believe it. I think it's necessary, obviously, because I think a lot of people are in different races are in grand positions, right? I don't think there's nothing wrong with having allies. However, I also believe that there is an ownness as it relates to a purpose, vision, and a projection for our own lives, right? So I think there's a unification. There's a lot of things that we are chiefly responsible for before we necessarily seek the assistance from, other people for the most part. Because I think for all intents and purposes, I think we've been doing that all along. I mean, you think about art today. We all got, a lot of us got our little deposits, our stymies. You know what I'm saying? And now we celebrate and we just got reparations. You know what I'm saying? So I think a part of that is our mentality. We want to blame, let's say, quote unquote, the white man for certain things, and it's almost, I think, to some extent, I think it's almost a slave mentality on some level as it relates to that. So, I'm kind of on the bus with it.
Yeah.
I'm 50-50 with that. I believe it's a good thing to have those kind of allies, but at the same time, I think, chiefly, we have a responsibility for our own agenda.
Yeah, I just wanted to preface it, my question even more is that, the other week I watched, Judas and the Black Messiah, and, Fred Hampton was, a Black Panther in Chicago and stuff like that, and he went more into depth of, unifying other races, and that's when, the FBI really started honing on him, because we're becoming more of the poor versus the rich, or the poor versus the government, and that's what they really didn't want. So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes, yes, I would like us to, lift ourselves up, but also I don't want to say we need help, but we are better positions to get our goals with other races.
I think in this day and age, though, we ended up that way where we almost need the allies, because if you ever think about back in the day, Tulsa, Oklahoma, the Black Wall Street, you think about the Negro League, you think about the ABA League, all these different places like that. We had our own. We legitimately had our own. We had our own markets. We had our own banks. We had our own everything, right? And of course, with the help of some of the civil rights leaders, they preach and they practice equality, mainly because down south, we were slaves.
Yeah.
We were, that's it, right? We were slaves. But I think what happened was, once we got quote unquote equality, because we still
we don't,
equality, right?
Yeah.
We still don't have it. Once we got it, we lost our identity.
Okay.
We were no longer who we were created to be. As you know, the black dollar is amazing. The black dollar is literally what carries majority of the billion-dollar businesses out here in America, right?
Yeah.
But we lost our identity. Even think about something as simple as Jackie Robinson going into the major leagues. He was an amazing baseball player. He was amazing person. He was first black person to go to the major leagues, all that stuff like that. But just think about how much money we made the white owners by him being in the major leagues. let's reverse that. Let's keep him in the minor leagues. Think about how much money we could have made and kept in our own communities. So I think throughout the years, we ended up literally being dependent on the I-Lives because it's like we lost everything we had. We didn't lose it, we gave it to them. Literally. We didn't lose anything. We gave it to them. And what happened was we gave it to them and they almost played I would say, this is my own opinion. I'm not saying no book or anything like that. I would say they almost played a trick on us. Like, all right, cool. Y'all want to be equals? All right, I'm going to give y'all a little piece of the pie. I'm going to dangle the carrot in front of y'all face. But y'all really not going to know the real deal. And I think that's what Fred Hammond was trying to show. Was like, yo, for real, there's a whole nother thing to this that everybody don't know. Right? And I think that's what the FBI was afraid of, was him exposing the real. Like, think about it. Like I'm in real estate, right? One of the biggest things in real estate that I always talk about is like, for real, do you know where the $1 million homes are? They not in the suburbs. The $1 million homes is in the black community. But guess what? We don't know that. You know who knows that? The white people.
Exactly.
They're the ones that come to the black community, buy our houses for $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, and turn them into $300,000, $400,000 homes like this.
Right.
Like this. And then we get kicked out because now your grandmom who lived there on their block for 30 plus years, she can't afford her taxes no more because the taxes on her property is going up because of the assessments in the area. So now what happens is the same white guy that bought that house for $5,000 is knocking on your grandmom's door and saying, hey, I'll give you $50,000 for yours. $50,000 sound good when you never had $50,000 in your bank at one time, not knowing that she's sitting on a $400,000 asset that she can leave to her kids, her grandkids, her great grandkids. You know, so I think that's kind of what we've become. We've just become we've lost our identity in a sense, and I think now throughout the years we're starting to get it back because you're starting to see a lot of black entrepreneurs, especially in the millennial age bracket, right? But I think that's kind of where it is, and I think that's why at this point it's like we need allies, because it's like we lost our way. You know what I mean? So yeah.
How y'all feel, Adam and D?
I was just gonna say,
I was listening.
like, I don't think anybody's gonna listen to a bunch of black people talk, like willingly.
But they don't have to. That's the problem. Here's the thing: we don't need nobody to listen to us. We need to listen to ourselves.
Exactly.
That's the whole.
But that's the thing. That's why I'm saying like allies are important, because like those are the people that they're gonna listen to. You know what I mean? Like we have a problem with it. That's just us having a problem with it.
Right.
But like if the allies see the problem and have a problem with it as well, something's gotta change.
Right. Like for example, for example, right? You buy something from Target. Target mess up your order. You still gonna go to Target.
Yeah.
You buy something from Adam, he mess up your order.
You never going back.
You never going black owned business, poor customer service.
That's why I don't support black people.
That's why I don't support black people. That's why I don't support. Like we literally lost our way. We kept the dollar amongst ourselves at one point in time.
Right.
Now it's like, oh, it's just more convenient to go to Acme because I don't feel like waiting. Adam ain't got bananas today. So I got to read the Acme bananas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, for example, it's a produce spot right on the corner from here. You know what I'm saying? But I know personally, I've never been there. But I go to Fresh Grocer on 69th Street ASAP. You know what I mean?
It's a black-owned produce.
Yeah, black-owned produce on.
This is probably delicious.
Yo.
First of all,
First of all. Wow.
What?
Okay.
It's a black-owned. I can't remember the old head name, but he right there on 62nd Street, right between Market and Chestnut.
Yeah, like I see, like yeah. I see, like our people. We are more harsh on ourselves.
We are critical.
Like it's crazy. Like our white person business, we can, they can mess up our order, and we be like, you know what? They probably just had an off day today. But a black person, you're like, oh hell no, I ain't going back. You put that joint on Google, Yelp, all that,
right.
and we'll never go back. But it's like Joe was saying, like the black dollar is so powerful that we spend our money everywhere else except for ourselves. Like, buying, designer clothes, whatever. You know, they don't care about us. You ever see a Louis Vuitton come around, you know, give out stuff to people, our people?
But you know what Louis Vuitton own now? They own Hennessy.
And that too, that's crazy.
Is it on Hennessy?
Yeah.
I don't like Hennessy.
And they just bought Jay-Z John too. They
Yeah.
bought 50% of Jay-Z John.
Yeah, it's Ace of Spades.
Right. So they know where their bread is
They
buttered.
know-
Yeah.
Think about this: the Chinese store, bro.
Boom.
The Chinese store. They have never participate in a protest.
Never.
They have never closed their doors for, you know, black equality or nothing. They gonna open up at 11 a.m. every morning. They open to 2 or 3 in the morning every day because in the black community, because they know who's about to knock on their door.
Right. And they sell everything
And they gonna
we need,
everything
even down to a Lucy.
A Lucy,
Yeah.
bro.
Right. I mean, think about that. Like on some real, like cigarettes don't come individual.
No.
But they made them individual.
Why? Because you know I ain't got it for a whole pack.
Yeah.
Oh, we sell them individually.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, let me get a
Yeah.
Lucy.
Every nigga, $1 iced tea, bro. $1 iced tea.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, bro. And they'll change the price in a minute. You go there and get a 4 wings and fried rice, $6.25. Next day, $7.50. Like,
Yeah.
they change the price.
He
in a
don't
minute.
care.
But you gonna drop that bread every
Yeah.
time. You ain't gonna argue. You ain't gonna ask. You ain't gonna say it's too expensive.
Right.
None of that. Even go back to, I remember like in Southwest, like Hacks. Remember Hacks, like on Woodland Avenue, right?
Yeah.
That was the original Uber, bro.
That was.
Hacks was the original
That's
Uber.
it. I'll just find me a hack somewhere.
Yeah.
I'll get there. Yeah.
Hacks used to post right up on the because you were sheltered, so you don't know.
Yeah.
No, but Hacks used to post up on the bus stops, right?
Right.
And they just like Hackman,
Hackman.
Hackman, Hackman. They yell out Hackman, and you grab a hack. $10, take it where you need to go.
Yeah.
That was the original Uber.
Yep.
That's a gang like last year.
Right.
Yeah.
He had a BMW. I thought this better than Uber, $10. I would be on time all the way. Go all the way.
So, and I think that's what I'm saying. Like the black, just even when you go to sports, look at the NBA, look at the NFL.
All black.
All black. All black. But we can't even take a knee.
No. No.
You get what I'm saying?
But the owners aren't black though.
Right. Exactly.
So-
Exactly. Because the owners aren't black. So it's like, oh, well, we need them. Nah, bro. LeBron is the one making LA the money.
Yeah, no, you saw it when he left Cleveland the first time.
Yeah.
They went down. Like they,
yeah.
the whole city.
Yeah, businesses around the Quicken Loans. I don't know if it was
Yeah.
then that name back then, but businesses around the stadium were going under.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
LeBron
all of
left.
it was
It was
affected.
attraction. Just
Yeah.
wanted to be in the area.
It's
Think about
affected.
the difference with the Eagles about to have a black quarterback again. Because
Right.
that's what the Eagles was built on. It was
Right.
a black quarterback. Donovan McNabb, Randy Cunningham, Mike Vick. We back to Jalen Hurts now. Like, it's gonna be it's just gonna be different. Like it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's just gonna be different, you know. So I think that's kind of where that whole piece goes into. You know, it's just that I don't think we needed them in the beginning. I'm just being completely honest with you. I don't think we needed them. I think we need them now because we lost our own way, and then we don't, like Josh said, we don't trust ourselves.
Yeah.
So you know,
I think we're like conditioned to do that too, yo.
exactly.
Well,
they,
yeah.
they did it. They did it to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a slave mentality.
They did it to us.
Totally. Yeah, I think on so many different levels, man. I think, I think somebody even mentioned it, how we view one another. You know what I'm saying? I think we take each other for granted.
Right.
We talk about how we'll go into a white establishment versus going into a black establishment. We go into a black establishment with a whole different mindset. What's up, bro? Yo, how much that joint? Like, yo, come on, man.
Let me get it for free.
But
Yeah.
we don't do that.
Yo.
Then white establishments,
Yeah.
not even asking for a hookup.
Yeah.
Our whole salutation is different. Hey, how you doing? You have this in medium? We're real nice and proper.
Yeah, exactly.
But even in a black establishment, we take them for granted so much that we talking ebonics and all of that. Our approach is just totally different.
We want discounts.
Yeah, all that.
Like I think I told Josh one day because I needed Josh to make a beat for me, and he like, yo, this is my price. He's like, but for you, I get a discount. I give you a discount, bro. Don't give me no discount, like because if I go to somebody who established and who got, you know what I'm
Right.
saying. Matter of fact, we gotta revisit that too.
Yeah.
But like, don't give me no discount. Your price is your price. That's
Right.
what I'm
Yeah.
paying. Like,
Right.
I don't want no discount. This is you, and especially I know you, bro. So
Yeah.
I know this is trying to help you get off the ground,
Right.
do your thing. Like,
Right.
nah,
If anything, I might slide you a little bit extra.
Right, right.
Because I know, where you are and who you
Exactly.
are. Yeah.
So-
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, yo, like for real, I always try to go black first and then everywhere else later because I want to keep the money in our pockets because I don't want to help nobody else. Like, for real. I want to help our people. I want to help my cousin, my family, you know, people I don't even know, but, you know, as long as they black because we are the ones that struggle. We are the ones that started off late. Everybody else started off before us,
Yeah,
especially like on the race.
Right.
You know, white people started off first. They got the houses, you know,
Jewish people, they-
passed down, all that. But we had to build this up from ground zero. We still got people. It's crazy. We still have people that's going to college first in their whole family,
Right.
and it's 2021. Like, how is that even possible?
Right.
It's the way, like, they taught us.
Yeah,
Bro, my grandpa ain't make it past 8th grade.
exactly.
Right, my grandpa.
It's not
my-
uncommon.
Right, my grandpa
not for that
out of 8th
generation.
grade had to go into his dad's butcher shop and work in the butcher shop,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was common.
That was
back
common
then.
back then,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was definitely common.
My other grandpa, I think out of high school he enrolled into the military.
Right.
And I think he did it illegally. I'm gonna keep it. I think he did it illegally, but
Yeah.
he did what he had to do for his family.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, but it's crazy. But I think on the flip side of that though, just to be honest and really like, because you gotta play devil's advocate, it's like we gotta create a standard for ourselves as well. Though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of foolishness that we get into, like, for no reason, bro. Like.
Yeah, you saw that joint on Instagram. The girl, she went down Atlanta, where and then she tried to like go fund me
Yeah.
for the unemployment.
$100.
Cause the unemployment didn't come in. I'm like,
her unemployment didn't hit, and she was stuck down in Atlanta.
Yeah, a couple of girls.
Couple people started posting that,
Bunch
talking
of
about they were
people
stuck in Atlanta. But you just heard about Atlanta, period, bro. They was taking tires, breaking windows, like all that stuff out there.
yeah,
Like I got a friend, bro. She got like a nice Audi, like a nice car.
yeah,
Bro, somebody break her window all the time, bro. They
That's
don't take
crazy.
nothing out of it.
You
Nothing.
just break that shit?
just hating.
Break her
That's
window,
hating.
bro.
Is it in Georgia?
No, this
Around
in
here?
Philly. This in Philly.
They hating.
They just break her window all the time, bro.
That's
And she
crazy.
gotta, and it costs bread to get,
Yeah.
Yeah, cause that's foreign cars.
bro. Like just hating, like
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
and it's weird stuff like that we just gotta kind of grow out of, and like we gotta change. Like it's all fun and games, or we serious. Put it this way, we serious when somebody get killed by a police officer. You know what I mean? We serious when somebody get disrespected. Now we screaming Black Lives Matter, da 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 da. But where's the standard at? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Totally.
like I'm not comparing the two because at the end of the day we shouldn't be getting killed and treated wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, where is the standard? Like, where do we hold ourselves up to a level of excellence? You know what I mean? Like back in the day, like our ancestors did. You know, even though they were slaves, they still held themselves up to
Yeah.
some sort of excellence.
Yeah.
I think that's a hard thing to like, kind of like mobilize. You know what I mean? Because like, the mentality of everybody is not the same. Like most people
Facts.
only act like what they know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They raised in violence. All they know is violence.
Yeah.
Yeah, you right
Raised in
about that.
ignorance. All they know is ignorance. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, I always say, and I preach and teach all the time about what you put in somebody is what's going to come out of them, right? So if there's nothing but a bunch of foolishness, negativity, that's all they're going to regurgitate through their actions.
It's a product of their environment.
Plain and simple, and I get that. I understand that. But hence, going back to what Joe said, where's the standard? There is no standard anymore. You know, listen, I'm older than y'all. You know what I'm saying, by a few years. But listen, when I
Times 3.
when I grew up
You got
though,
time.
when I grew up though, that hookah going out. You know, do something with it.
I'm sorry.
When I grew up though, like my mom and them, they go out with that Comet. You know what I'm saying? And your mom did it too, Joe.
Yeah.
You know, with the broom, and they would scrub down the steps.
To the
Those
bleach.
were- I mean, if it was mainly a Saturday morning thing or even a Sunday thing, that was a standard. Honestly, we cleaned our steps and all of those kind of things.
Right.
Back when I was growing up, we walked past the church like, yo man, that's the church, man. Don't be cussing in front of a church.
Right.
Like that was a standard. Like we didn't sit on the steps of a church.
You ain't-
Pick up,
You ain't
don't do no
litter.
trash.
Right.
Yeah.
You just didn't do that in the church.
You go in front of my church right now, it's all types of trash,
Yeah.
cigarette guts, like all types of
They don't
stuff.
care.
Bro.
Right. Cigarette guts.
You know what I mean? Boy, I'm not a smoker, so I don't know all the stuff.
Man, this man got saved with like cigarette blunts, guts.
I don't know what those insides are.
I I don't know what that stuff is, okay? No. Nah, but you know what I mean? Dutch guts and all that stuff like that, yeah, man.
Yeah, you're right.
But it's just different. Like, you know, even like going back to like what we talked about with our original podcast, like even how we dress, how we carry ourselves. You know, it's just weird. Like I was watching a clip on Instagram before, this was a while ago. He had owned a restaurant. I can't remember where it was at, but he owned a restaurant. And he snapped on all the females in there because they was twerking.
Yeah.
I just see that.
I just
I
saw
think
that.
was it
It's a big thing.
Probably, yeah.
I think it was in Georgia.
And people was like snapping on him, like, yo, da da da. But it's like, that's a standard.
Yeah.
You don't want that in this restaurant. Like,
Yep.
You wouldn't do
Yeah.
that in any other restaurant.
right.
No, you won't do no white
You ain't doing
neighbor.
that at Del Frisco. You ain't twerking
Yeah.
at Del Frisco.
That's a
bro.
prime example of us taking us for granted.
Exactly.
And that's a great example because he straight up told him, like, listen, you know what I'm saying? I don't need your business. If
Right.
that's
Yeah.
what you're going to do in here, I appreciate you coming. But if this is how you want to act, no, I will ask for you to leave.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
There's a standard. Or even like, what's our girl, Lynn?
Saudi?
Yeah. It's like, it's a standard. Everybody, they dog her out every day. I think
Yeah.
they just somebody dogged her out today. Yo, I waited 2 hours for my food. And she's like, yo, my oven caught on fire, bro.
Right.
Like,
Right.
No grace. You don't get
like,
no grace.
dang,
None.
yo, my oven caught on fire. Like,
Yeah.
but here's the thing. Like, nobody gonna work together to help me grow my business.
No.
I'm doing it all on my own, on the muscle. I'm hiring kids in the community.
Right.
And it's like,
Crazy.
we quit.
He said people was quitting. They got their
Yeah.
stimulus and they
People-
taxed at the same
Yeah.
time. They just left her hanging.
Yeah, people was quitting on her, bro.
Wow.
Wow.
She trying to open up a second spot. People was quitting on her.
She said, I'm hiring
Like,
for both stores.
but here's the thing, and that reminded me about me and your brother, right, bro? We was working at Little Caesars, right?
That was lit.
So-
Got extra cheese. I'm on my way.
So-
Keep these.
So you already know it was predominantly all black young people there, bro. I was the only person from Philly in that joint. Everybody else was from but young black people in there, and they opened up another spot. The owners had opened up another spot in Southwest Island Avenue, and we all went to go help them open up that joint. And it just made me think about that. Like we was, yo, let's go, let's boom boom. We gonna make this joint tight, and it's like, yo. But we ain't never. How many times they did what they did to us, man? They used to call me 12 o'clock in the afternoon at school and be like, I need you to leave school and come to the shop.
That's crazy.
Swear to God, bro, that's why I had to quit. My mom made me quit because she like, yo, you can't be doing that. Like, they used to call me like, leave school. Like, they would tell me to leave school, bro. Like, bro, like, leave school. They would be like, leave school.
Here I come.
Come to the,
Here I come.
Here I come. Celebrate. I work.
leave school.
Wow.
Come to the store. I need you to work at the store because so and so called out. Because Quinn called out. You mean like something like that? And he be like,
Because he got class.
Because
Because Q track is education today.
So now I gotta risk mine. You know what I'm saying? So, but like they really had people that would sacrifice like they rest of their life for stuff like that, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like you get a little $1,400 stimulus and you bounce on a black-owned restaurant who for real, if this don't take off, she taking all y'all with her.
Right.
Yep.
She taking all y'all with her.
No, those people go there in the comments like, if you paid more, maybe they wouldn't leave. She said they make $1,600 with overtime. That's more than the stimulus if you work.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Y'all just was hyped to get that money today. I'm out.
Right,
So
right.
next week, when that's cool.
Yo, when the
Keep
when the pandemic first happened, yo, I swear I ain't never seen more cars on the street. Yo, everybody buying cars. They was buying Chargers. Banging out. Yeah, I never like when I used to.
Traveling.
When I was the mailman, it was like at least like 5 accidents on Haverford right there on 63rd Street. Cause they was out there speeding. Well, no L or no insurance. I'm like, so why y'all spend all your money? We can invest it. I know people not financially savvy like that, but put up for a down payment for a house, or move out your mama basement.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
let her
It
say
sound good until you get it. Like, what you gonna do when you get? I'm gonna put something in this. I'm gonna pay little Pookie school.
But Leonard said something earlier because we was talking about that earlier. He said something. I'm gonna let him expound on it, but he said something like, for real, bro. Like especially for people in our community, we get that money. We so behind on everything else, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You get that money, it's like it's gone before you get it because you behind on everything.
Yeah.
We've been in a pandemic for a year now at this point.
Right.
Some folk ain't never catch back up from. I don't care how much rental assistance you got, how much housing assistance you got. Like
Somebody called me today. I got my stimmy. I didn't know I was gonna get it. I ain't paid my rent for 2 months. It took me 2 months. I said, bro, what they got to do with this stimulus? He said, well, I don't know, but I ain't been paying my rent. I said, you might want to catch up on that. He said, well, no, fuck that. I got some stuff to get.
but no, but for real, bro.
Yeah.
So like in a sense, I understand it when people get it and they like think about the brother who been struggling trying to save up for a car for the longest, and he been catching the bus. And he finally got that free money, and it's like he got the opportunity to ball. Like I'm not saying it's right.
Yeah.
Because you shouldn't do that. It's definitely. But everybody don't think like us. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying it's just levels to it.
But it's
And-
like when you got that person that
But that comes down to the school system.
Facts.
We should be like how many people you know how to write a check for real?
How many people know how to do taxes?
I'm gonna keep
Even
it,
yeah.
I'm gonna keep it being with you. To this day, sometimes I still Google the written numeric numbers or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me make sure I'm saying 1,000, 100 right.
Well, so
It's still like
Make sure
writing
I'm
a
still
letter.
putting the
You just
X.
gotta write a letter to
Yeah,
school.
well, some of
I
those
go
things
back and
are
look
real.
like, man, that go in the corner, this go in the middle.
Well, some of those things are so passe now, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, you know,
checks is-
because when we was really living, kind of living with checks, we didn't have debit cards. You know what I'm saying? So really, one kind of almost canceled out the other.
Right.
Really, mostly businesses utilize checks, and it's all geographical too. Because I know down south, they use checks a lot. Like you can go to a grocery store and write a check. I knew back in the day I did.
Yeah, you still can-
Food Lion back
yeah.
in Norfolk. You know, you can write a check. You know, whether you had bread in there or not. You know what I'm saying? You can write a check for your groceries.
Some people don't know how to cash a check. You'll get one in the
You
null.
don't.
You'll think it's gonna be in the pocket. They sit in the null. You know, what do I do with this? Like,
Right.
some people throw it out. Oh,
Yeah.
they sent you a receipt.
Right.
That wasn't a receipt.
That wasn't-
Fool, that was a check. That was your
Check.
money. You just threw it in the trash.
Yeah. Adam, what's up? You're a little silent today, bro.
I know.
Think about that veganish burger.
I know.
No, but you- But you're right though, and I think like some of the things that we should start teaching in our community, and maybe one day we all band together and start a school and do this. But I think we should teach some of the things like real estate, taxes,
If not to our community, to our kids.
financial management, like things like that. Because I think there are things. So, I'm not going to knock the educational system, even though I think
It sucks.
Philadelphia
It
is
sucks.
horrible.
It's
It sucks.
antiquated. It's quite antiquated, I think.
I think Philadelphia's is ridiculous. Like
It's bad.
right.
Yeah.
And you could tell Dr. Hikes, whatever his name is, I said it because it's bad. But anyway, but I think we should experiment more on it because that's the stuff you're going to see when you hit 18, 19, 20, 21.
Yeah, not geometry.
No facts.
People know that though. It's people in school, bro. You used to say, "I'm never going to do this again when I graduate. Why am I doing this?" And
I
that's
never,
a fact. It's
I
like,
never
that's true.
use a degree of anything.
Like even down to like stuff like in college, bro. Like I don't even know if y'all know this. I remember I didn't realize until like a couple semesters later that we all registered for selective service, and you had to do that to get financial aid,
Yep.
right? So I'm like, dang, right?
Oh, I ain't get financial aid. Good.
You ain't get no financial aid. I guarantee you vote. You register for selective service.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You ain't even know it, bro. If you vote, you register for selective service.
Well, I was good.
Larry,
though.
See, exactly.
Yeah.
know that.
So let's talk about let's talk about
Yeah. See, education. I like this. I like
That's
this.
all tied into the military.
Yeah, it's in the military. So
Josh
pretty much,
go right to the
Pretty
war.
much, if the military ever had to get to a point where they didn't have enough people that would
They had to
be
draft.
in the military, they would do a draft.
I thought
And
you.
you register.
You're on that
Josh,
list.
you're up.
I thought if you went to college, you wouldn't get drafted.
No.
That's what I was told. That's what I
If
went
you a
through.
If
Mel,
they drafted Muhammad
I'm
Ali,
here with the custom point the track.
he's
if
like,
they
It was
drafted,
jumping back
if
there.
they got my man Muhammad Ali while he was in the ring, what you think they gonna do? They getting you too,
Yeah,
bro.
that's why I was like, all right, you gotta go. That's why they say. And they say if you go to college, you won't get drafted. That's what
Nah.
I heard. So I was like,
if you, the only way you out of it is like you the only child.
You gotta be like your mom only son or something. You
Yeah,
gotta be
the only
disabled.
child.
Now keep in mind we don't have a draft, but
Yeah,
like
we
Joey
don't
said,
have
if
a
they
draft.
ever had to, sort of induce that.
Yeah, China start acting up.
Yeah,
And, I
duck
think, and,
that.
you, see, and then like I work at a trade school, right?
Yeah, training.
And you got so many young brothers, bro, that never registered because they never even went through the process of having to register or whatever. And you got to a certain point. I think you got to 26. If you don't register till you're 26, you never can register, right?
Yeah.
So do you know they can deny your financial aid, bro? If you're 27 years old and never registered for selective service and want to go to school, they can deny your financial aid, bro.
right, guys. So this next.
Welcome back.
I was about to say that.
Start over.
Yeah, I was about to say it. Welcome back, guys. Thank you. You killed my vibe, man. You killed my vibe. All right. So the next question is a part 2 to the question is, why do we look to celebrities for help in the black community? Because this is how I feel. I feel like Cardi B, Offset, all the mugs. I don't think we need their, voices because they don't really know. They don't really know like what's going.
What they Transformers?
I was trying not to say MF.
Sister Bird, you like keep it PG.
I'm trying to keep it PG.
All them cats.
All them cool cats. And cat daddies.
See it, Jack.
Jack. You ain't tough.
I'm fed up.
Job turkey.
And all them job turkeys and sugar mamas.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah. So I just feel like we don't need them.
Water,
We just need them financially. I don't think we need their voices because I feel like when they talk, they sound uneducated and also very out the know because they're not in the streets no more. They, out Hollywood, wherever they at, and their voices are kind of hindering the voices that are really needed. Like all our, protesters and, the leaders that we have in our community, which should be, put on the stage where they can usually really use their, like, go on Instagram Live and like, hey, I'm talking to who's give me somebody. I don't.
What, a celebrity?
Yeah, no, a protester, like a famous one.
Oh yeah,
Famous protester.
I don't know any famous protesters, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
People who have made a good impact on doing right.
Weldon McWilliams.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So I feel like they should be put on the pedestal, not
I get
per
it.
se like Beyonce or Jay, but they're financially like Bob People Waters when we was like marching down Center City or whatever. That's where they are needed, not voices wise.
I respect that. I disagree. I disagree on a tremendous level. I'll say that only because I say this. I get the angle in which you're speaking. Yeah. I think the light should be put on, especially the grassroots worker.
Yeah.
There's a lot of grassroots workers. However, their voices and their impact is tremendous, right? Especially if they're willing to lend it. Yeah, we'll take it. I did a prayer vigil some years ago. I think, Joe, you were there. I called churches, pastors. I even called some minister friends of mine that I was in school with at the time at Cuts. And the response that I got was, I had to ask my pastor, like, nigga, to pray? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, it was so difficult just to get people to come to that. However, if I had called Jake's and Jake's was coming,
Everybody be there.
my prayer vigil would have been a Million Man March downtown in
Even the
Philly.
hottest
Yeah.
pastor.
Yeah, the hottest, if I'd got, some of the mega pastors here in the city. So I think that, their voices automatically bring a following.
Yeah.
And so, listen, if I'm having a prayer vigil or a peace march, and Jay and Beyonce wants to come, I'm not going to tell them not to.
I'm not saying
'Cause I
not to either.
Yeah.
You
No,
know.
by all means, I believe that their voices carry a tremendous level of weight. Obviously, their appearance, their voice will be able to obviously also knock on some doors and open them that we need. So I'm going to assess it. And again, if they're willing to lend it, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah. Anybody else? Anybody else got anything to say?
Adam?
Like you said, it's all about the platform. Like you want them to come out. They be like, man, I never cared about this in my life. If Jay-Z and Beyonce talking about it, let me listen to them. Then they might get more information about it. They might even be real from Jay-Z and Beyonce. They might be doing it just because they Jay-Z and Beyonce is gonna look good for them.
Yeah.
Somebody might pick up on that as opposed to somebody with 2,000 followers and they got 2 billion. Even if 10% of that is more with somebody with nothing, like no platform like that can do.
Yeah,
Bring to
facts.
the table.
Yeah.
First, the numbers. No.
I mean, I definitely get what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
But kind of being in that space, like working with Leonard a lot. I'm gonna be real, bro. It's difficult when you in the sense of nobody.
Yeah.
And
When you're a
honestly, bro,
grassroots worker.
like when you're it's difficult, bro. Like we did the voting, John, this past voting season or whatever. I think it was Darius came out, Adam,
Yeah, his mom, Darren's mom.
Darius' mom.
Yeah. Family members.
family members, yeah, some friends, bro. But for the most part, we did all that from the muscle.
Yeah.
Like from the muscle, bro, from 7 in the morning to 6, 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
We did it from the muscle, bro. And be real with you, we were somewhere where the turnout was supposed to be crazy. Like we wasn't supposed to create the turnout. We wasn't going to create the turnout. We planted ourselves somewhere where it was like we planted ourselves at a voting spot, right? And yeah, we had people, we had folks coming, but for real, bro, keep it a bean with you. If we would have had somebody there who had
Clout.
yeah, clout, bro, our table would have been.
Right.
And we was giving away stuff, bro. We was giving away stuff. We was giving away food, coffee, and I ain't talking like no brand. I'm talking like hoagies from Fresh Grocer, chips, sodas, juice. People, bro, it got so bad for other people. They was trying to bring their stuff to our table. Like, yo, y'all want to get this stuff away for us?
Yeah.
We had somebody try to give us a pizza, bro.
Yeah.
A tomato pie, like, you know,
And that was towards the end of the night. Yeah. We had to turn it away, like, we ain't not gonna do nothing with that.
bro. But so, and to be real with you, like I even had I had an event back in 2017. I did like a Carol's Christmas event, like in memory of my mom.
Yeah.
And it was a nice turnout. Like it was
Great.
It was a great turnout.
Yeah.
Amazing turnout. We was able to gift family like over $1,000. You know, worth of toys, money, all that stuff like that. And it was amazing, bro. But just think about if I would have had that extra stamp on what I was doing.
Yeah, because that's what I was trying to say. I was like, when you rather have, let's say, I don't know, somebody from Philly like Meek. If Meek came out and gave you the platform, it's like, yo, this my homie Joe. He about to tell you what it is.
Yeah.
Instead of him talking to himself and he sound miseducated or wrong on some points, because now I feel like they are going to, pick and nitpick at each sentence and every word that Meek says, not as much as somebody like somebody who's not as famous.
I feel obligated to stop this real quick. Because you use the word miseducated, and that's going to totally mess up your credibility. Because that's not a word. Because that sounds miseducated. I had to stop it.
Uneducated.
It's uneducated.
Yeah.
We got to edit that.
Yeah.
Because I can't let you go on with that segment of them sounding miseducated, and you just did.
Yeah, I was trying to think of the word.
No, it's cool.
Yeah.
But I had to stop you with
Just
that.
suck that phrase over. I'll cut it out.
Yeah.
So I said, I just feel like if somebody was more famous was uneducated, they will be more nitpicked, and especially like people on the opposite side, they will rephrase their sentences to highlight their insight on what they want the world to see, and that's traditional propaganda.
I think the critique is valid. However, I don't care about anybody's education level as it relates to their heart and passion towards a particular thing.
Right.
So if somebody so if
I'm not even saying like Mr. Education. I'm just saying like if you gonna speak fluently and speak with purpose.
I get it. That's again.
He said,
Yeah,
What?
The miseducation.
Miseducation is not a word.
No.
It was
What? Fuck y'all.
Well, I think on some kinds of wasn't Lauryn Hill's album
Yeah,
called The
miseducation.
of Lauryn Hill?
That's a word.
You can't say
Education.
You can't say miseducated.
Educated. Yeah.
Right. It's
You can say
miseducated. That's
You can't say
Yeah.
miseducation.
Yeah.
All right, so boom, segment. So to the educated portion of the leader, I think it is irrelevant in the sense of I don't care if you have a 9th grade education, but you're passionate about that which you're speaking. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the effectiveness that we should really care about, not your educated.
Miseducated a word.
I get it. That's fine. But
Thank you. Thank you. Miseducated is a word. Thank you.
Keep it all this.
Miseducated is a word. You see?
we'll educate ourselves in this. In
Thank
this
you.
text.
Says
That's
the
fine.
person who went to college. Thank you.
Nigga, we went to college too.
I graduated.
John's about to graduate.
I'm about to go.
I might graduate again, my nigga.
But-
2 times.
Honestly, yo, but that's to the point though.
Yeah.
Like, and again, you know, and not to kind of bring this up, but I'm gonna have to. That's even. I'm gonna be real with you. Like,
Yeah.
what you sound like is an old school pastor, bro. Where it's like, oh, in order for you to be
You kinda do.
qualified
Yeah.
to preach and pastor, I'm keeping it real with
Right,
you.
you gotta have a degree.
No, I like that. I like that.
You
Go
gotta
ahead.
you
Yeah,
gotta
go ahead.
have a degree.
Yeah.
And it's like, nah.
No.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just
Nah,
saying, but
yeah.
you need to. I think you need to do your homework.
Oh, facts.
I want people to do their homework. That's what. That's my main
You're
point.
trying to get to that.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
I want you to
Yeah.
do your homework before you start speaking.
You don't want to be ignorant
Yeah.
when you're speaking on things,
Right.
on
You know.
topics. I
So
get
that's-
that.
Yeah.
I
So
get
that's
that.
not necessarily
Yeah.
uneducated. You just don't want to be
Yeah,
ignorant. You know what I
ignorant.
mean? So because here's the thing, I'll take a passionate, impactful human being any day
Right.
to work on my campaign for anything that I'm trying to get done
Yeah.
over somebody that's super qualified.
Facts.
Because
But not in touch.
but not in touch because you get that in church, you get that in community, you get that everywhere. Think about how many people go to school for social justice, but never been in the community. Like,
Yeah.
never been in the community. You don't know what we go through. You went to school for it. You
Yeah.
did some studies on it. You did some case studies. You read a couple of textbooks about it.
Yeah.
But you don't know what we go through.
Facts.
Exactly.
You don't know the struggles. You know, so I'd rather have somebody who's in the trenches with me. Think about the average old head for real that's for the community is somebody that ain't never stepped foot into the education
Right.
room of anything.
Facts.
Yeah.
But you know where they've been? In the community.
They've
Think
been in
about
the
people like
trenches.
Deke.
Yeah.
Like Deke, you know,
Right.
R.P. Deke.
Yeah, it's
Deke
definitely.
was in the community, bro.
Yeah.
He was right here in West Philly.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
Right.
He built his program not for the church.
Right.
He built his program for West Philly because 95% of the bulls that played ball at Sanctuary, bro, did not go to the church.
Nope.
Some of them joined the church
Yeah. Exactly.
because of the
99% of the
Yeah,
people that
yeah.
played at the church didn't go to the
some
church.
of them joined the church because of the basketball program.
Me?
But I probably was me and Adam and Darius probably one of the few who was at the church and then played ball for the church.
Yeah.
We probably literally the only three.
True.
Keep it a being.
Right. You
No, I
you
play.
can honestly say that.
I play too.
Sanctuary look like, but they don't.
Right.
I play too. I play too.
Yeah, oh yeah, you yeah, right
yeah.
here.
He was talking about the ones who played well.
Nigga, I will bust your ass. Literally, I will bust your ass. I will bust all your ass in here.
No, but like, all right, so we was like the only four that went to the church and played ball, right?
Yeah.
Like, but Deke made it his mission that he made sure that it wasn't about the church per se.
Yeah.
But it was about the community impact. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember, bro, I swear, we played in the league. This was the last league I played at in Sanctuary. And we went to pray. And a couple, because, you know, we played, it was a Christian league that we was playing at up at West Philly High, the old West Philly High. And we had to pray in a circle. And I remember a couple of the Muslims, we had Muslims on our team. And a couple of the Muslims didn't feel comfortable praying because at the end, the God that would pray will always say, in Jesus' name.
Right.
So they always wanted to stand out. So Deke would tell them, y'all can stand out and pray, like, pray
Right.
over here. You know what I'm saying? Bro, they gave Deke, like, ultimatum, like, yo, look, you either tell them they gotta pray or tell them they can't play. Like, they can't be in the league. Bro, Deke took the whole team out.
Good.
Took the whole team out.
Respect.
We not playing at all. We'll go somewhere else. And that was like, bro, that's respect.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it wasn't about church, bro.
Yeah.
It was about keeping these young brothers off the street.
That's it.
That's
Yeah.
all it was about.
Big picture.
Big picture. And I'm teaching them life skills. And watch this. And some of them, if you actually treat them right, some of them are actually going to turn the way that you want them to go.
Right.
Exactly.
Some of them actually is going to go towards Jesus Christ because of the love and compassion that you're showing for them.
Right.
So I think for me, that's where I'm at with it. It's like, you know, Jay-Z, Beyonce, whoever, Meek, whatever. If they're impactful, cool, come on board because you're bringing your following with you.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you know,
Yeah, we're in it together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Adam, what'd you have to say?
No, I was about to say you kind of messed your point up because you were saying that it wasn't about if they were like not educated on the topic.
I just want them to do their homework. That's my thing.
If they educated on the topic,
I'm fine with it.
like Lynn said, like they got like they got a whole fan base behind them, bro. So like they got the platform. Like Darius said, they got a platform. So if they educated on the topic, for sure, let them talk for us. If they educated on it, because they got a bunch of followers anyway. So.
Yeah, like definitely. So like to bring this back around is I was when I was cooking, I was like running to like Malcolm Jenkins and stuff like that, and I actually sat down with him and we were just like hashing it out, about this is right when Colin Kaepernick started kneeling, and I was like asking him questions and he was like yeah, like some people who can afford to, kneel, and some people can't. That's why I was asking him. I was like, yo, why is not all the black players not kneeling? And he was like, because all of them can't afford it. Now I had to go back and think. I'm like, yo, he was right, because sometimes you can, protest in different ways. Some people protest by giving money. Some people protest about being on the front line. Some people protest about, cooking everybody food or giving out waters. It's different lanes for everybody. And I just want everybody to, know their lane and also, talk with purpose and meaning and knowledge and, just vigor. And because this is a very trying time, especially last year. I never in my life, only read this in history books when I saw protests.
Right.
When we was fed up enough to actually go out. And now the blessing in disguise about Corona to me was that we had time. People like before didn't have time. People had jobs to do. They couldn't afford it. But at that time, when that George Floyd stuff went down, we was like, no, you know what? Bump this. We going down. We gonna throw stuff.
Listen here, brother.
We gonna get these bugs.
Bump.
Uh-huh.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
No, but I want to go back to something where you said, though, when you said Malcolm Jenkins said people couldn't afford to. So I want to like kind of go back on that. Like, so afford. What do you mean afford? Because but I don't want.
Everybody see, like, it's not like basketball where everybody's making like millions of dollars. Where football is, you the 53rd man on the. Actually, no, scratch that. You on the practice squad. You ain't making that much money.
So, all right, so
you just doing this.
Here's my piggyback on that.
Yeah.
Right. So, do we think Colin Kaepernick could afford to do it?
I mean, he went to the Super Bowl. He was making. He just signed a contract. He just signed a contract before he get all that stuff went down.
He ain't never been in the NFL since, right?
Yeah.
When do we decide? And this goes to something I'm gonna talk about off camera with all of us. But when do we decide that our purpose is more than our money? More than our paycheck. When do we decide? And you're right. That's what he did. When do we say, you know what, bro? Our purpose, our value, our character, our integrity, you know what I mean?
Well, that's something I would do. If I was in that position, I would know.
Right. So
regardless of the fact.
But that would have been my rebuttal to Malcolm Jenkins. Like,
yeah.
When do we decide?
Right.
Because we're stronger together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We run the league, especially in the NFL.
Once we're divided, it's over.
Right.
Because y'all ain't kneeling. Right. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
And they not gonna look at it as, they not kneeling because they make $300,000 less than Colin Kaepernick. Yeah. So when do you decide that, you know what? At the end of the day, my purpose and everything values way more than my paycheck.
That's what's called sacrifice.
Right.
I think the crucifixion of Colin Kaepernick would have been less if we all knelt.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? It wouldn't have been that bad on him as far as the scrutiny.
And nobody really spoke up until like literally like months after. It wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but it goes to some of the things we were talking about earlier relative to unity. But just like Joey was just saying, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? If we're not unified in it, there is always going to be a sacrifice when it comes to taking a stand. if you're a protester or whatever, if you're going to be vocal about a particular thing, oh yeah, you're going to throw yourself into the fire.
Yeah.
So there's a sacrifice for everybody. Doesn't matter. Yeah, if I'm there, I'm making $3 million, and you're there, and you're only making $250,000. I get that. I totally get that. But if you're impassioned about this, if this is your thing, then yeah, it doesn't even. At the end of the day, doesn't matter how much I'm making. I get that, man. It's easy for me to say, I'm sure they got wife and kids, and they're thinking about their
Families.
longevity in the league,
Right,
and I get that. But at the same time, just like Joe said, it's called a sacrifice. And how much weight does this fight have in your life? Is it worth it? And it should have been worth it for everybody.
Yeah.
Now, if it don't mean nothing to you, by all means, do what you do. But here's the thing: the issue that I always have, and this is just not in the NFL, this is just life. The issue that I always have is I hate the people that want to have meetings after the meeting.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hate is a strong word. I just
Strong disdain.
right. I don't like that because my thing is, if you got something to say
Say it then.
exactly. If you ain't agreeing with something, say it then. Don't wait until. Don't be quiet and shut up because you don't want to risk your financial security.
Right.
But behind the scenes, you trying to pump me up because I'm the one that's speaking up. Nah, because here's the thing. I look like the fool when I'm the only one speaking up and all y'all quiet.
Yeah.
Because I'm speaking for all y'all.
Yeah.
Speaking for everybody in the room.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Or that happens in jobs and everything.
Yeah, that's
Friends.
everywhere.
Friends, all that.
Like, he
Yeah.
was like, bro, I feel like I'm the spokesperson. People come here and like, the manager do this, the manager do that. He's like, why y'all telling me? I'm a driver like y'all. Go tell the manager. But I'm the only one not scared of him.
Yeah.
Say it.
So I'm speaking up for all y'all. Y'all quiet. The manager probably pull y'all one-on-one. Yo, how you feel?
I
No,
love
I'm
it.
good.
I love
I'm good.
it. Everything is great. Everything is great, boss.
Exactly.
You get around somebody, I hate this job.
But here's the thing. It's like, but if we all come together, if we all are passionate about this topic, and we all come together about this topic, bro, do you know how much damage we can do?
A lot.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You know? So go ahead.
Bro, when niggas was looting, that's the most unity I ever saw in a black community,
When
bro.
niggas was
I
stealing.
would real my way. This is people's moms, aunties. You need a mask, you need a mask. You go in there, watch the glass, honey, watch the glass. Cops coming. I never seen nothing like it, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was together like, oh.
But we don't hear nothing, we won't see nothing when it's just an average, regular day.
No.
So like that's my biggest issue with statements like that when people say, well, people can't afford to. I don't think he could either. Just because he's making a couple $100,000 more, don't you think he really would have wished he would have been in the NFL a little bit longer?
Exactly.
Yeah, you try to get back in for like
Bro,
the longest time.
even if you do have enough money, you still gonna get that backlash. Like Kyrie walked away from the game for 2 weeks or whatever. It didn't say a word.
8 minutes off.
So yeah.
And they were talking about how if you didn't play basketball, you would have that money to do this.
Yeah. So that's my whole thing about that. It's just I feel as though, at the end of the day, and again, like I said, it's something I want to talk to y'all about after this, but there's a time where you got to put your purpose in front of everything else.
Yeah.
You have to, bro. And what's your purpose? Because at the end of the day, and not to get churchy, but at the end of the day, when we all get to the gates, God is going to judge us on our purpose. Did we walk in our purpose, bro? Not did we make $1 million. Not did we have a banking producing career, a banking real estate career. You know what I mean?
Right.
But did you do what I put you on earth to do?
Exactly.
Period.
Yeah.
Some people don't understand that. Like, you understand that, and some people, you say, hey, would you risk it all right now? Like you said about speaking out. And some people, yeah, I'll risk it all. I'll need a game for that. And some people, no, I need this $2 million this year. My life like this Range Rover. I'm sorry. I'm against what they said, but I ain't gonna lie. It's paying these bills.
I'll plug in the whole the bus boycott, right? Down in Selma, I believe it was Selma, Alabama, if I'm correct. For a whole year.
It's Montgomery.
Montgomery, thank you. The Montgomery bus boycott, thanks. The Montgomery bus boycott, it was almost a whole year where they boycotted taking public transportation. Now, I'm not saying 100% of black people didn't take it, but they didn't take it so much so.
It was a majority.
Right.
Yeah.
That, they, all right, let's come to the table here because we're not surviving. Because, again, the black dollar is so powerful that we need to go ahead and end this. And so, so that goes to show you the power in our unification.
Yeah.
If we can have the same unification when we looting, we should be able to have that, when it comes to something that great purpose.
The leagues need to do that then. Everybody just sit down, stop playing.
Exactly.
The league not gonna do that. You know why? Because they still making their money.
Yeah, I mean, at the end
They
of the
not
day,
losing nothing
they're
to
still
college.
going to their $5 million,
Right,
$6
come
million
Everybody
cribs
does.
and getting in their
Man,
Bentleys.
everybody talking about the athletes, right?
All the athletes stop playing.
Listen, I think it's easy for us to become a little desensitized to certain things. I'm gonna say easy. I'm not saying not everybody, but when you walking off the floor, bro, and you putting on that name brand outfit, and you jumping in your Bentley and you going to your $5 million crib. I think after a while, it's
You
easy for you to become removed
Right.
from the plight of 52nd in the market.
But yeah,
Even if your mind, you think, damn,
But-
that's wrong.
but
or
it-
what's
but it
right?
get-
What,
Yeah,
You know,
while your
I'm
chef is
where
in the
I'm at right now.
while your chef is in the kitchen making you something, man.
You
That's
on
a
TV,
shame.
this shit on TV.
you on TV like, damn, that's crazy.
Right.
You might put an Instagram post about it.
Exactly.
But
They ain't doing nothing to me.
Doesn't affect them. To be real, like you said, they're not on 50
Like the black boxers, you remember the black boxers?
I
I ain't like
A
that.
whole year, a game.
But like
a
that's
game,
what it is.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: if God came to you today and said, "I want you to get rid of all of it,"
I would.
It's easy. I don't got it. So good.
Let go and let God.
God is
Go ahead, bro.
But again, that's what it comes down to, bro. That's what it comes down
Yeah.
to. Is like Leonard said, sacrifice. So it's like if you are passionate about something, are you willing to sacrifice what you have for the cause?
It's not a sacrifice if it doesn't mean anything to you, right? If
Yeah.
I say, yo, Josh, I need you to sacrifice, bro. I need your mixing board. I need your keyboard. I need your microphone. I need all your musical equipment, yo, and follow me.
You can have the fucking
Bro, I'm gonna have to call you back.
I'm not unhooking all this.
That's a sacrifice.
I'm gonna block that nigga. No.
I don't know that.
No, I don't know this nigga.
That's a sacrifice.
Yeah.
That's not a sacrifice for me.
Yeah.
Because that's not my thing. You know what I'm saying? Joe, I need you to leave Martise. Joe, Joel and Jeremiah.
Time. Sorry, that's it.
Yo, edit,
I'm calling her.
edit.
But if that stuff don't mean nothing to you, you know what I'm saying? Adam, I need you to cut your hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's...
No, sir.
All right. We got to end this.
I got 47,000 views on this.
Nigga, I'm the hair guy.
All right. We got to end this. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Armor Bear Podcast. Please like, subscribe.
That's it.
And always stay blessed. Have another day.
miseducation of the armor bearer.
Yes.
It's about something.